Alright, Hilltop Stars, while I am out today, you will be making your very own minion. It can be you, or a friend, or someone you know, or a made-up character. We're going to start by drawing the body shape first. The minion body is like an oval, but you don't want to make it too thin, or you won't be able to fit enough details on the body or the face. I'm using small lines, a little bit at a time. I'm not drawing the whole oval at once. Little bits, and I'm working my way around. I also don't want to push too hard with my pencil so that it will be easy for me to erase if I need to. I can always go back and push harder on the lines once I'm happy with the shape I've made. I'm starting to measure out where I would like the features of my minion to be. I'm thinking about arms, and I'm making sure I'm using 2 lines for the arms, not just 1. Remember, minions don't have stick arms, just like we don't have stick arms. Minions do, however, only have 3 fingers. If you'd like to draw more than 3 fingers on your minion, that's fine. It's your minion. Try and make sure that the lines that you're making are not just lines. They are shapes. Just like I made that hand into a shape by making the fingers out of almost little ovals too. The same thing with my arms. I have the next arm coming up higher like I'm waving. For the hands, I'm using ovals or circles connecting together. So I have 3, 1 on each side and the top. I'm now also erasing any pencil lines I don't want, including the lines that are cutting off my arms from my body. Next, I need to start thinking about the clothes. I am actually going to draw the overalls that the minions wear. If you would rather have your minion wear a different article of clothing, then that's just fine. I'm showing you the overalls because this is what the minions usually wear. I've got 1 line up top, and then underneath of it, I'm almost making half of a rectangle or a square underneath. This will show where the strap is and where the pants show up. Underneath for the legs, I'm drawing more shapes that are a lot like a square or a rectangle. The feet underneath of that will be mostly squarish, oval shapes, depending on the shape the feet you want. I'm cleaning up my lines a little bit, making my lines look a little nicer before going on to drawing the eye. Minions can have 1 eye or 2 eyes, so you need to decide which one you want your minion to have. And while I'm drawing that circle, you can see that I was rotating my paper. I was turning it while I was drawing the circle. It makes it a lot easier to make a round shape. If you want your minion to be wearing the goggles that they wear, all I'm doing is drawing another circle a little bit smaller. Then inside those 2, I'm drawing an even smaller one that will be the actual iris and pupil of the eye. Next, I'm drawing the strap around the head. I've curved the lines just a little bit. Minions don't really have noses, but they do have mouths. And usually, they're just simple shapes. I'm having my mouth be open. It's almost like a downward facing D, so he looks like he's smiling and about to talk. I'm now showing you a couple different things you could do for hair. Whatever it is you decide to do with hair, unless you're just drawing a few lines sticking up, if you actually want your minion to have a whole bunch of hair, draw it like a shape. I'm thinking about the direction I want my hair to be and what shape I want it to take. I'm not drawing a million little lines. I'm creating a shape that I can color in afterwards. Don't scribble all over your minion's head because that's not going to give you something that looks like hair. You need to make a shape. I'm drawing the lines for the bangs or the lines just above the eye, whatever you're doing with that hair. And then a line where it ends. How high does it go above his head? Does he have a mohawk? Is it really tall? Is it long like this one? Think about if it's a boy or a girl. After you figure out the hair that you like, don't forget to add other details to the clothes. I forgot to add the pocket on the overalls. Another thing that's on pretty much every Minion's outfit that I've seen so far. I made mine have a little design on the pocket. Are we finished once we draw a Minion? No. After we do that, we need to start thinking about the background. I drew the horizon line about halfway, and now I know what part of the picture is the wall, which is above the line, and what's the floor, which is below the line. I'm thinking about if my Minion is outside or inside. Can you tell which one my Minion is in or out? It is outside. You can see the clouds and other details like mountains in the background. Now I need to think about what I can do underneath. Maybe grass or trees, maybe there's some water running by, or a pathway. Fill up your whole space. Do not just draw your Minion and then say, I'm done. Think about your environment. Your Minion's gotta be somewhere. I'm finishing up the last few details for my background, and once I'm done, I will get markers to trace all my pencil lines so they stand out even better. Once I've finished tracing with markers, I will take the colored pencils to fill in my design, filling in all spaces, including the grass and sky.